Good morning, hello, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're watching this. Just wanted to hop on here real quick while Katie is in her virtual therapy session, counseling session, whatever people are calling it nowadays. Yes, my whole family, well, me, my 3 kids, are in therapy, counseling. We do that because, mental health is like number one. Like, it's priority for me. Like, you gotta have good mental health, regardless of everything else. Mental health is number one because more people in this world need it right now. They need to check their mental health status. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, it is Monday, and Hope is. See, she had her surgery Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, day 4. And I stopped her pain medication today to see how she's going to do. And hopefully she does good. Yeah, there's just no easy way to put that one. So I've got Tylenol ready, and I have ibuprofen ready for her to, if she needs it. So she's tough like her mama. I've had multiple surgeries and came home with ibuprofen and stronger pain medications, and I think I took it once or twice after being home, and I was like, I don't need this. I don't like the way it makes me feel. So I took the ibuprofen or the Tylenol, and I didn't take the stronger pain medication because I just didn't like how it makes me feel. I've had hysterectomy, sleeve surgery, ablation, gallbladder surgery. I've had my wisdom teeth done. I've had, oh gosh, I can't even remember what all I've had done. But I've had plenty of surgeries, and I would prefer not to have the pain medication due to, I also have fibromyalgia. And I went to a pain clinic to see what they could do for me. And I told them I wanted to do stuff naturally, and they said, well, since you don't want the pain medication, there's nothing we can do for you. And they released me. Like, okay. So I live with pain every day, and so it's just one of those things. You just deal with it. You learn to deal with it. I don't self-medicate or anything. Like, if it's too bad, I'll take Tylenol or ibuprofen. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, you deal with it. Let's see, what do I take? I take magnesium and another medication. I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head, but I was told that it helps with the cramping and stuff like that, and it has helped. So I have found natural ways to deal with it where I haven't had to take all the pain medications and everything, for the simple fact that I don't want to become addicted to anything and lose my life, because I lost someone to drugs. And I watched him go down a road that was very destructive, and It's just not something that you want to see your loved one go through. And it was my brother. And it's just not easy for any family members to watch. And I was taught that, it's called tough love. Well, I showed him tough love, and I distanced myself. I loved him from a distance, and he tried to get clean, and he tried to do better, and in the end, the addiction won. So it's just, I just tried my best to avoid any kind of pain medications. So I know that I'm not him, and I know that everybody has their own addiction. Like, I honestly self-medicated after I lost David. Like, I was drinking and nobody knew it. So it's one of those things. Are you serious, David? David Jr. But so it's like, I did that, and I was destroying myself. And there's no telling how far I would have went if I hadn't stopped. Like, I don't even know how I hit it. Seriously, I don't even know how I hit it. It's amazing that nobody noticed or asked me if I was okay. It's amazing. I mean, but I guess, the people who really cared or said they really cared didn't really care. That's the way I feel about that now. Because they're no longer a part of my life. So, everybody has their own stories. And so, mental health is a really big deal for me. And making sure that my kids' mental health and my mental health is taken care of is a really big deal. Because I still obviously am dealing with the loss of David and the loss of my dad, and just everyday life, mom life, wife life. Just, we all have our own struggles, and they're not all the same. And like, it's not good to judge other people just by what you see on Facebook or what you hear from other people, because you don't know what other people are going through just because of what somebody else says. I have a select few, or actually, the people that live in this house know what goes on in this house. My therapist and my kid's therapist. I don't trust people. And now I have opened up my life to YouTube. And that's hard, because no, you're not going to see everything that goes on, because I don't believe that my kids' struggles should be broadcasted all over the world. And there may be glimpses of that, but there's just some things that may get out there that I don't mean for it to get out there. And there are days that it is absolute chaos, and you would think that, how does she do it? How is she surviving that? And it's not just you know, the mom life, it's the wife life, it's everything. It's being a mom, a wife, a caretaker, and it weighs on you, and it weighs on you hard sometimes, harder than you realize until you actually start talking about it. And then you start to realize, like, oh my gosh, like, it really does bother me that much. It really does bother my heart that much. But I mean, I don't believe I would go back and change anything. Well, except for maybe having well-behaved kids. Maybe that. I mean, they're not the worst in the world, I'm sure. I don't think they are. Maybe they can be. Nah, they're not that bad. I've seen some pretty bad behavior from other kids, and I'm like, mine aren't that bad. But there's days where it's like, I just want to throw my hands up and walk away from everybody. The whole bunch of them. I just want to walk away because I just feel like it's that bad. I just want to get in my vehicle and just drive away and never return. And I don't like to feel that way. But I do. And I feel like I'm the only mom that feels that way. And I don't like feeling that way. So that's why I go to see my counselor. Because I don't like feeling like I'm a horrible person. You know, because no mom wants to feel like she's useless and worthless and the worst mom in the world, and she doesn't like being told those things either. So when she's getting yelled at, I hate you, and I wish you were dead, and I'm going to kill you, and, you know, things like that start coming out your kids' mouths. Kind of makes you feel like you could just crawl under a rock or just drive away and never return. You know, I feel like it's just me, just my family. The struggle of being a mom. I really feel like it's just me sometimes. and that I'm the only mom that goes through this. And I'm sure I'm not the only mom, but if I am, man, we've really got some work to do. More work than what we're already doing. Because it's not okay. It's not okay for me to feel this way. It's not okay for them to act the way they do. Yeah, we've been doing this for 11 years now. Well, 11 years for me and the two oldest, and the youngest, she's only been doing it for about a year now. So yeah, it's great. And the only reason I had her do it is because, her stresses at school. And and now it's turned into other things. So, life, y'all. This has been 17 minutes of me talking about motherhood and mental health. It's gotta be one for the ages, I tell you what. Oh, Lord. But if you have any struggles like I do, I'd like to hear about it. Because us mamas got to stick together. It's not easy at all to be a mama today. Oh. I don't even know what I was saying. But us mamas have to stick together. That much I know. Us mamas have got to stick together. Especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're a mom of a child with special needs, and the other kids kind of feel like that child gets more attention than the other kids, when they obviously don't, because you spend time equally with all of your kids. You know, obviously, especially when the one child spends all their time in their room, and then they want to complain that you don't spend no time with them. But when you ask them to come out of the room, they don't want to. Like, what? But I want to spend time with you. And then you complain that I don't spend no time with you because you spend all your time in your room. But when I want to spend time with you, you don't want to come out. I can't win for losing. I don't understand. Please tell me I'm not alone here. I don't know what to do anymore. This mom thing, it's for the birds. I think birds have better luck than we do. Yeah. All birds has got to do is lay an egg, feed them, and teach them how to fly. I just can't sometimes, man.